So I parted her off into a mohawk section and then 2 side quadrants. I left the back all together because I was working off of a balayage parting, and I'll do that very last. So I'm just mixing up my Kenra lightener with 20 volume, and I will be adding in a bond builder. Today I'll be using the Redken pH bonder. I just added 4 milliliters into my lightener and mixed really well. I mixed the pH bonder in after I'd already mixed the bleach and the developer together because I feel like it gives a more even consistency. So I started off on her front side section. I did a really fine Babylight weave all around her hairline, leaving almost no weave out. I am pulling it through her ends even though she has previous blonde on her end because it was a darker level blonde. She was more of a level 8 blonde and I wanted to bring her up to more of a 10. So I needed to pull through. With the Redken pH bonder, I feel like I can pull through blondes easier without getting any damage. Her hair is really strong and durable, and I find that she doesn't get damaged easily, so that's why I did that. These foils toward the top, I am going to turn my brush vertically and I'm going to feather it up to the scalp because I don't need it to be as high at the top as I had the other ones. So you'll see here what I was talking about a second ago. When I'm putting my foil in, I'm going in and taking the lightener about a 1/4 inch away from the scalp. This lightener will swell and move up a tiny bit, but I didn't want it to be directly at her scalp because, like I said, I'm going and doing a root smudge later, so it's really no point in taking everything all the way up to the scalp and then putting a darker color back over it. So you can see there a little close-up shot. All right, same thing here, so another close-up shot so you can really see. Make sure you really saturate in the foil. Then I'm just going to fold it 3 times, lock it, and then I like to leave my top ones flat because I feel like it makes a cleaner look and I can work around them better. If I fold them into small packets, it's a lot more bulk. All right, and once that's done, I'm going to go in and I'm going to balayage most of the dropouts that were left out of her hair. The small pieces I left because those are pieces I ended up not pulling through because I did add a low light. I know I forgot to show that, but I did do a low light halfway down her hair because I wanted to break up the darker warm tone that she had in there from her previous root smudge. Her hair, no matter what I put it on it, always fades really warm. So I needed to go in and do that. So now I'm just doing all of the long dropouts in between. I'm making sure I'm really smudged in the lightener so that there's no line of demarcation so you can't tell that I did a balayage, that it'll just look really sun-kissed and natural and dimensional up there. I'm really making sure I'm saturating the ends because I did take bigger dropout sections. I didn't take really fine ones, so I want to make sure that I split it open and really work it through, make sure all the lightener is penetrated through both sides. All right, same thing in the front. Just going up to the foil, make sure I work it in, and then I do rub the ends together to make sure that there were no spots missed. I did add a little bit of my Babylights clay lightener into my my Kenra, lightener for this to make it a little bit thicker. That way when it sat against the other hair, it wasn't going to give spots or change the consistency. Right, and then I rinsed her out. I did not shampoo yet. I did the Redken pH bonder number 2, and then I left it on for about 10 minutes. Then I rinsed that out really well. I really like it because it helps to detangle the hair, so when you're doing a root smudge and a toner, you don't have any little pesky knots you have to work through. So now I'm just going in, doing her root smudge, and then I toned it. Now I'm just cleaning up her cut. We just did a basic 1-length haircut, almost to her collarbone. She likes it to be a little bit shorter with no layers because she does have sports, so she has to braid her hair and put it in a ponytail. And then I'm curling with my Babylights Pro 1¼ inch iron. This is my favorite iron. I can curl pretty much any length of hair and get any desired curl I want. I can do tighter curls, I could do beach waves, depending on how you curl it. So I love how this turned out. Now I'm just taking a bunch of pictures. I take anywhere from 15 to 20, sometimes even 30 pictures if I can't get the right angle or I can't get the right lighting. Just because you always have one picture out of 40, it seems like that's the perfect picture, and the other ones are either blurry or the background is weird or something's off, and so you can't use that picture. And then I just end up deleting the other ones. And how cool is this? Shout out to Isidro for getting that really cool shot. I love it. And there you have it. There's a nice Rudy dimensional balayage blonde, perfect for springtime. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you tune into my next video. Bye.